Good evening to you from the Adwick Sports Centre, just a few miles north of Doncaster. Ricky Stackhouse is already in the ring. It's an important night tonight in the life of Herol Graham, because tonight he must re-establish himself as a top world middleweight contender. He's ready to come to the ring. We can see him on his way now. Well, good evening from the ringside here at Adwick. This really is an important night in the life of Herol Graham. Early this summer, he was ranked the #1 contender for the World Middleweight Championship. Then he went into the ring at Wembley with a man from Italy, originally from Zaire, called Sambu Kalambe. And that night, Graham was not himself, and he lost on points, and that destroyed all the visions of a world title fight. He hasn't been back in the ring since. Tonight is the chance to come back and recreate a good impression against Ricky Stackhouse. Well, helping me with commentary tonight will be one of Britain's top referees sitting with me here, Roland Dakin. We should be hearing from him a little later. Meanwhile, let's go up to the ring now and meet our MC, Nat Basso.
Gentlemen, please. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, Eastwood Promotions proudly present the main event of the evening, sponsored by Steve Keys Racing. A 10 rounds international middleweight contest of 3 minutes each round, and a match made at 11 stone 9 pounds. Between and introducing to you from Atlanta, USA, Ricky Stackhouse. And in this corner, the former British, Commonwealth and European middleweight champion, Herol Graham. At the weigh-in at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Stackhouse scaled 11 stone 7 pounds. Graham scaled 11 stone 6 pounds. In officials for this contest, appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, your referee, Mr. Ron Hackett of Urmston, your timekeeper, Frank Catewell of Sheffield, and your steward in charge, Mr. Alan Simpson of Leeds. Thank you.
Herol Graham, Great Britain's most brilliant defensive boxer, if he cares to be. A scheduled 10-rounder in front of a very excited crowd in the Adwick Sports Centre, in a mining village. Herol Graham, southpaw, comes from Sheffield, less than 20 miles from here, so very much the local hero. 28 years old, Graham. And Stackhouse from Atlanta, Georgia, 29, holder of the Continental America's middleweight title. Well, in May, when Graham fought Kalambe at Wembley, he had ditched his old trainer, Brendan Ingle, and he didn't seem to be himself that night. The defensive boxing was not so apparent. He went in and had a war with Kalambe, and he didn't come out on top. Now he's re-established himself with Ingle. Let's see whether it's the old familiar, clever bomber Graham. And he's looking as though he's trying to move in for an early win. That defeat by Kalambe is the only blot on Graham's professional record. Stackhouse has had 2 good wins this year in the States over a man called Kevin Moley, who was fancied to beat him. But Stackhouse beat him twice, once inside the distance and once on points. A little bit of a swelling already coming up at Stackhouse's right eye. That's a slip. Incidentally, the man who beat Graham in May, Sambu Kalambay, has since gone on to win the vacant WBA middleweight crown, the one they stripped from Hagler for not defending against Graham. So Kalambay wasn't all that bad a fighter, it turned out, and he's now the WBA champion. But it's a title that might well have been in Graham's hand, but for that disastrous Wembley night. This is starting quite aggressively by Graham, and it's a little rough inside too. Finding the target to the head of the American very easily indeed in this opening round. Graham looks sharp and determined, as long as he doesn't leave his chin too open. Well, that was quite an interesting first round. Well, now, as I told you, we have Roland Dakin with us, who has refereed more than 30 world title fights. What did you make of that? How would you have scored that one, Roland?
Without a doubt to Herol Graham. He was well on top all the way through. I thought he was a little nervous when he came in. That's to be expected. As soon as you caught him with the flurry of punches, it all seemed to go. And he was really getting them in. At the moment, Stackhouse doesn't appear to know what to do with him.
A bit surprised how Graham has come out so aggressively.
Yes.
I thought he was certain to be a bit cautious after that defeat.
I thought so, yeah.
So, let's see how it develops. There's the familiar face of B.J. Eastwood, Graham's manager, peering through the ropes in the background. The man who took Barry McGuigan to the world featherweight title. And this crowd now beginning to root hard for Graham. So the first round clearly marked up to Graham on my colleague's card. Incidentally, Terry Lawless was to have been with us tonight, the famous fight manager, but none too well, Terry. And if you're watching at home, wish you all the best and hope you're back at ringside quickly. First major professional fight ever staged in Adwick, this mining village just outside Doncaster. And that left hand of Graham again quickly over the top, and Stackhouse didn't see it coming. It's fair to say, I think, that it was only those two wins over Kevin Moley in New York this year that suddenly pushed Stackhouse forward. Up to that point, he'd been regarded pretty much as a journeyman boxer. His two wins over Moley really did surprise New York, and he won the vacant Continental Americas middleweight title. Holds no title at all, but he's held 5 major championships in his time. He's been European light, middle and middleweight champion. Held the British titles at both weights. He was Commonwealth light middleweight champion. Tremendous career. But it all went wrong in one night. This one, so far, is certainly not going wrong, and Stackhouse, trapped on the ropes, is in trouble. Stackhouse is clearly going to have to find something a bit better than this if he's going to go 10 rounds with Graham. Again, he finds the head, pushes the head of Stackhouse back. The American not knowing which way to duck. So 2 good opening rounds by Herol Graham. That's the record for you. 8.5 years he's been a professional. He was a brilliant amateur before that. 5 major championships behind him. And he's been managed by Barney Eastwood since October '85. Certainly.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Graham goes to work with the left immediately. This is much more in the old style of Graham, with that wide stance, using his southpaw lead from distance, boxing on the retreat, the old-fashioned milling on the retreat. And finding this American so easy to hit. I think Herol's enjoying himself. Oh, he's wrestled over. And Ron Hackett, the referee, gives Mr. Graham a little ticking off about that. He threw him to the ground. Well, this is very much in the old style of Graham, with the brilliant footwork, the hands low, using the feet to keep out of trouble, and taunting the man with these quick punches into the face. This is what he's good at. This is what he should stick to doing. And making Stackhouse look very pedestrian indeed. Stackhouse wearing what I suppose you'd call combat trunks in sort of battle dress camouflage. Graham using every inch of this ring, which incidentally is an 18-foot ring, rather smaller than the normal ring. And Stackhouse now realises what an elusive man he has in front of him and how much work he's going to have to do if he wants to get near him. Well, there's the record. Professional since September '83. Known in the States as a useful box fighter, but surprised everybody with those 2 wins this year over Kevin Moley.
Seconds out. Round 4.
And the chase is on again. This is very much in the old-fashioned textbook style of boxing, which is a joy to the connoisseur. It's good to see somebody actually using his feet and fist cleverly, using all the ring. I don't want to get mixed up in too much of this. When Graham is moving well, he really does look good. It's the sort of boxing you would have seen Muhammad Ali do in his earlier days. Picking his man off with either hand. And there's a cut on the American's left eye. Stackhouse is cut. So that's been done by those rapier-like right leads and following left hands from Graham, and he's opened up a rather nasty-looking cut in a very dangerous position above the left eye of Stackhouse. So the American now has a lot of problems, and we're only in the 4th round. Of Graham's pinpoint punching, that eye is going to suffer a lot more damage, one feels, before the evening is out. Hackett having a close-up look. Stackhouse doesn't know where to go for safety. The corner getting ready to treat it. Looking rather urgent down there. And back goes Stackhouse to the corner for very, very urgent repairs. You can see for yourself just where the cut is, and it's a nasty place, and it's a nasty looking cut. Well, Roland, but I think Herol's started here by doing everything except put the man on the floor.
Beautiful, really is. Well worth watching this. He's just back to his old brilliant self. He's absolutely first class. He's won every round, of course. The American just doesn't know what to do. There's no answer to him at all. He sets himself to come in, and Graham's not there. When he gets where he thought Graham was, he's just not there. He's off.
It makes you wonder why he didn't fight like this when he met Callumby in May, because that would have been enough, I think.
Yeah. I was afraid this was going to worry him, but obviously it's not. He's put all that behind him. Superb show.
So a fine start by Graham. The American rather nastily cut now above the left eye. It's still 6 rounds to go.
Take it out now.
Stackhouse deciding that he's got nothing to lose now, has come out looking rather aggressive for this one. He may feel that time is against him with that cut. If he doesn't do something now, he may never get the chance. And Graham quite content to be drawn into a little slugging battle there. Stackhouse beginning to throw punches in desperation. But these are the moments when Graham should beware. Stackhouse still strong, having trouble finding the target, but occasionally throwing some quite dangerous-looking punches. But Graham has got the momentum and he's going well. Graham hardly breathing hard, but the American, mouth open, looks as though he's very tired. Again and again, these punches pepper the face of the American. Well, this is precisely the sort of performance we needed to see from Graham if he was going to re-establish himself. Off his feet with the last punch of the round. How extraordinary. Just as the bell went, over went Stackhouse for the first time. Did you see what the punch was there, Roland?
Right, caught him.
Right hand, was it?
Just on the bell.
Here we are, we can see it again. Let's have a look.
That wasn't it with the left.
Yeah, left hand.
Well, I was half right.
But a good punch, obviously, yes. And that's the first knockdown of the fight. So Stackhouse now cut, and he's been over. He doesn't want any more problems than that, and the eye's beginning to swell as well. So one wonders how far this will go before either the corner pull him out, or maybe the referee. Well, I don't really think Graham could have made a better comeback than this. There were some extraordinary odds knocking about early tonight. One bookmaker was offering 100 to 1 against Stackhouse winning in the first 4 rounds. Anybody who took that has gone down. Graham corner being ticked off by Mr. Hackett. Oh, and a good left hand again from Graham. And he very nearly went for the second time. Round 6. This must be very close to coming to an end now. Well, this is about as brilliant, I think, as I've ever seen Graham. The opposition is maybe not world class, but nonetheless, for a man who's been out of the ring since May and had all the psychological barriers to overcome, it's a good performance. Hand of Graham, the southpaw's dangerous left hand, finds the target again, and Stackhouse staggers once more. Everything catching him now. Mr. Hackett looking at him very closely. Over and over again the punches rain on him, and surely this can't go much further. It's so one-sided now, it surely will have to be stopped. 30 seconds to go in the 6th. This is Graham signalling to the world that he's back. There's not a mark on Graham. Well, the American survives. Graham takes a deep breath. He's done everything right. Roland, it's amazing, Roland, because he started as though he was going to have a little bit of a war, but since then he's got on his bicycle and done everything right, hasn't
Absolutely, absolutely.
he? The man with all the problems, doing well to stick to it.
Seconds up. Round 7.
People always think, of course, of Graham as a defensive boxer. One forgets that in his 38 wins, he's actually stopped 21 men. So he's no mean puncher, as Mr. Stackhouse is finding out to his cost. Beautiful. He's got him going again. Perfect stand-up counter-punching. And again, Stackhouse holding on. The American again teetering on the brink of defeat here in the 7th round. This is an amazingly game performance from Stackhouse. There's a lot of fighters I think would have turned it in by now. He really can't have any hope, but he's still plugging away. Sheer taunting punishment landing in the face of the man from Atlanta, Georgia. As we come towards the end of the 7th. Another good left hand. And that bell didn't come a moment too soon either. For Stackhouse. You said, Roland, that you'd refereed Herol a couple of times. Is he an easy man to handle in the ring?
Oh yes, he's got so much ability, obviously, and the more ability they have, the easier it is for a referee. He doesn't get himself into any trouble, so all you've got to do is keep out of the way yourself and let him get on with the job.
I was going to say, he's very fast on his feet. That presumably means you too have to be a bit fast on your feet to get around the ring out of their way.
You've got to move, yes.
Here's another sequence of Graham handing out the punishment again. And it's been all one-way traffic. Have you given Herol every round?
Every round, everyone,
okay.
Yes.
That's a long way ahead at this stage. Well, there's more of that to come, I'm afraid, for Stackhouse in the 8th. It must be becoming harder and harder for Stackhouse to get himself off the stool, knowing what he's got to come out and face. And again, he walks into the left. Mr. Hackett giving him every chance, but I think the time has come. It has. And there it is. In the 8th round, Herol Graham makes a most successful comeback after his defeat in May. Returns to the ring close to his own home city of Sheffield and puts on a brilliant performance. Unfortunately, the ring has now been invaded by about... He's put on such a good job tonight. He's done his work magnificently into the arms of Barney Eastwood. And, well, you can't ask for a better comeback fight than that. Let's just have a look at how it came to an end. It was time, I think, Roland, from Mr. Hackett to come between them, wasn't it?
Yes, he's taken everything. You've got to give this Stackhouse credit. Just come to pick up his pay packet. He's given everything. I mean, nobody could have complained if he'd finished 3 rounds earlier.
Right. So, congratulations to Herol Graham. I think I'll go up the ring now and say that to him personally. Want to hold the fort, Roland?
Yeah, sure.
Well, this ring has been invaded by rather too many people. Mr. Hackett, the referee, trying to get people to clear the ring. And as soon as we can, we'll get a word with Herol Graham. He's right here. Herol. Now then, sir, congratulations. You must be well pleased with that.
Yes, I'm very pleased with that performance, yes. He's a hard customer, very hard, very durable. And like he made me work, I had to work for that victory.
I don't know about he made you work, you made him work a bit.
Yeah, I made him work, I won. But considering I've had about 6 months off now, that bad defeat I had back in May 27, it was a good performance what I put up tonight to justify myself that it was a bad night for me.
Now, it may be a silly question, but why didn't you box like this the night you fought Callum Bay?
I had mental problems, and like I couldn't get rid of them. But now, that's all solved. Back on the winning trail again, and hopefully I hope I'm going to get a championship shot soon.
Well, Barney Eastwood, your manager, is with you here too. Let's have a word with Barney. That was a tremendous performance, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was an exceptional performance because